Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I remain your one and only property lawyer, and in today's episode we are going to be talking about land search in Nigeria and how to go about it. So I'll be collaborating with a property consultant, Dami, and remember our last 4 episodes we were talking about questions first-time home buyers do ask. So in today's episode, we are going to have a similar question and answer episode. So just to make sure we are able to deliver effectively and efficiently for our viewers. Hello, Dami.
Hello, Barrister Jide. It feels so good to be back again. I mean, this collaboration, it's going to be an awesome series. And so we can't wait for you guys to see the end of the video. So stay tuned to these episodes that will be dropping soon.
All right. So before we proceed, let me just give you a brief introduction on the topic. So we are going to be talking about land search in Nigeria and why you need to do land search. So it is your legal insurance against fraud, double sale and government acquisition. Today I am sitting with a prospective, she's going to be asking questions that prospective buyers will ask.
Sure.
And I'll be breaking it all down very, very clearly. All right, Dami?
Yes, thank you very much. So, during our last series, you made mention of land search and all of that. So I went back to do some research to find out questions that prospective buyers would like to ask regarding land search and all of that. So my first question is, what exactly is land search, if we are to know what it means?
All right, good question. So a land search is when a lawyer investigates the legal status of a land at the appropriate land registry to confirm. So it confirms if the seller is the true owner, if the land is under government acquisition, and also if there's disputes, or if there are disputes, mortgages or court cases on the land. So it's one of the most important steps you need to do before you buy anything.
Okay, so you said, so how do the lawyer do the research on that property?
Yes, so actually it depends. You have to consider whether the land is state-owned or federal-owned. So for state-owned land, if the land has a CFO or it is managed by the state, for instance, let's say Lagos State. Well, I'm going to be using Lagos as a case study here.
Obviously.
So you need to go to the state land registry. It's usually under the Ministry of Lands. For example, in Lagos, it is at Alausa in Ikeja. And if it is a federal land, if it is a federal allocation, housing scheme, or FCT land, you go to the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing, or you go to Abuja, as the case may be. So, and also, you need to do your survey verification. You need to verify the survey plan or excision. You also need to visit the office of the surveyor general also.
Yes, you said so in the last
yes, I did that.
So thank you very much.
All right.
So to the third question, what documents do I need to start a research rather?
All right. So for you to before you proceed to conduct search at the registry, so there are things you need to have handy. So the first thing, you need to have a copy of the title document. So it could be a CFO, it could be a deed of assignment, it could be a deed of sublease, as the case may be. You need to add that. Then also your survey plan. You need to perform search on your survey plan, and it needs to have a readable coordinates. So usually, as I always advise people, is that you need not to rely on the survey plan that was given to you by the seller.
Okay.
Yes, so you need to go ahead and pick your own coordinates from the land, or but you can't spend on the property you are not sure of. So I would just advise you get a surveyor who is going to go to the land and pick coordinates You understand? So you might not necessarily use the survey that was given to you by the seller. Then also you need to write an official application letter for search, and you need to pay for the search fee also. It's not free. That's one of the ways the government also generates revenue. Yes. So you proceed to the registry to conduct search on those things.
Okay, thank you. So to my next question, what exactly will the search reveal?
All right, so to be precise and concise, so it reveals things like whether the land is registered. You know, there are times when you want to purchase property and they will tell you this land has a CFO, it has a registered deed of assignment or governor's consent. Meanwhile, it may not have it. So just for them to increase the price of the property, they will tell you that it has those things, only for you to buy. Maybe later in future, they will now tell you that, oh, this thing doesn't have what the initial seller states
it has.
Yes.
So it all leads to fraud.
Yes. Or probably they also want to sell the property at a very high price. So you need to know. So it also shows you who the real owner is. And also whether the land is under government acquisition or it is a committed land. And also if there's any existing charge, court order or dispute. That is the charges. What I mean is that maybe someone has used the land as a collateral,
in the bank.
So from the bank. Okay. Yeah, so you need to know so that you won't be buying what does not exist ab initio.
Okay. Right. So you said earlier on that you should get a surveyor. Yeah. So now, my fifth question is, can I do this search myself as the buyer?
Actually, I know for people that have done this themselves, but
without involving a lawyer, as the case may be.
I would advise you never to do that. But technically, you can, but it is very, very risky. A lawyer not only conducts the search, we also interpret the results. For example, you may see a land that looks okay in the file, but legally it is under acquisition or is tied up in a court. So that's the kind of details only a professional can spot. You as a layman, you might not really know. All you need to know, you get there, you check whether the name tallies with the ones you have. But there are other things you check. You understand? There are other things you check which may not be open to you, but it's going to be open to us as a professionals in the field.
So have you heard? Make sure you involve your lawyer when you want to carry out your research. Thank you very much, Barrister. So I think that's on this. I think that's on this series. You basically answered some of the things that we feel like it is little, but I think that's on this series for us to know what it means, because you really elaborated in our last series. We just gave an intro, but I feel this would be enough to carry out our own side of the bargain.
As I will always say it, due diligence should never be
underestimated.
Exactly. So never pay for land based on the seller's word alone. Always insist on doing a proper land search first. If the seller refuses, that is your first red flag. Thank you, Dami, for this collaboration. I'm hoping to see you some other time. It's actually a nice time having you here.
Yes, same here. I mean, for the series that we've been doing, I've learned a lot, and I must say that the viewers as well would have learned so much from the videos.
Definitely.
So thank you very much. Until the next time we see.
Yes. That is why I always say the time to hire a lawyer is before you pay, not after you lose money. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Drop your comment in the comment section, and I may feature your question in the next episode. Thank you very much. See you some other time.